guys, so today I just wanted to sit down. Are you going to copy me this whole time?
Yes.
Little stinker. So I just wanted to do a pregnancy update. That's what I deal with every time I try to film. So I just want to do a pregnancy update. I believe the last one I did was up to 27 weeks. So I just kind of wrote everything down. I'm 31 weeks, 1 day today. Josh is working overtime and it's just Kinsley and I. So I figured...
And Sissy's coming here.
Yeah, so I just figured I would update you guys a little bit on what's been going on. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button. There's going to be plenty more pregnancy updates and videos coming. Let's start with symptoms. So one of my symptoms being ligament stretching. This is totally normal in pregnancy, especially the further along that you get. Mine has been really bad throughout this pregnancy. I've been pregnant 5 times now. 2 of my pregnancies, one of them only made it to 20 weeks and the other one I was less than 8 weeks. So my ligaments didn't get a chance to stretch that much, but I have had Olivia and Kinsley, carried them both full term and didn't really get into the best of shape after Kinsley was born. So everything was still kind of loose and out of place. So shortness of breath, obviously baby's getting bigger, and as she gets bigger, she's pushing up into my ribs and my lungs and everything like that, which is making my lungs less capacitable. I don't even think that's a word, but it makes your lungs a lot smaller, obviously. So breathing gets a lot harder. The more you do, the faster out of breath you get. So shortness of breath has been one. I've started waddling officially. I can't remember if I said that in my 27-week update or not, but I was just slightly waddling at that point. But now, like, I think at about 30 weeks is when it really hit that I started waddling. And Josh, my husband, is like, I love your pregnancy waddle. It's literally the cutest thing ever. My turkey timer has officially popped out too. It does not go in anymore at all, no matter if I'm laying on my back or what. For those of you that don't know, my belly button. For those of you that don't like TMI or you like your family, and this will be kind of weird for you guys to hear, so push like the 10-second skip twice or 2 or 3 times just to get out of here. But leaking. My boobs have started leaking now. Nothing like significant or anything big like that, but if there's any sort of pressure on them or anything, I noticed that there's like a little bit of colostrum there. So they are preparing for little miss to get here. And the other thing is more discharge. So the further along you get in pregnancy, the more discharge you get. It's totally normal unless it's like discolored or smells funky or stuff like that. Then it's probably yeast infection. I don't find that like I have to change my underwear or anything like that. I just, when I go to wipe, I notice that there's a lot on the toilet paper. So the further along you get, the more that you will get. And sometimes later on in pregnancy, it can be tinged a little bit pink or brown or thicker and like snot-like. And that's part of your mucus plug, which again is totally normal. If you skipped forward, you're safe at this point. So hairy belly. So one of the symptoms you can get when you're pregnant is extra hair growth. Have gained hair on my stomach. It happened with Kinsley as well, but it's not dark hair. It's like little blonde hairs everywhere. So like when I'm laying on my back and there's light facing towards me, like on my belly, I can see the little hairs sticking up everywhere. Drives me insane, but you can't actually see it otherwise unless there's light on it. Excessive sweating. This one's not gross because it's not like BO. It's just like I could be walking through the store and all of a sudden, like, I feel like somebody dumped water out of my armpits, and it doesn't stink or anything. It's not stress sweat. It's just like, I think because I'm carrying so much extra weight that my body's just like, okay, well, you're working out now, so we're just gonna sweat more. Lots of energy. I still have a crap ton of energy. I don't remember if I talked about that in my last update, but I just have all the energy in the world. I can literally roll out of bed in the morning as soon as my alarm goes off. I usually don't because I'm like on my phone checking everything, but I could just get up out of bed and start going through my day now and just being fine with it. So I found that I've been nesting a lot as well, which helps with having a lot of energy because when you're nesting, you're cleaning everything. So the two have gone hand in hand together. My oily skin and acne has started to come back a little bit. I've noticed that It's also springtime now, which helps because in the wintertime my skin gets really dry, but my face has gotten oilier again, and I've started to pick up some acne again, and I've also been having a little bit more dairy than I was having before, and while we were moving I was really bad about doing my skincare routine, so feeling like baby's gonna fall out. So she is sitting so low in my pelvis that whenever I go pee or anything like that, I feel like she's going to fall out. Like I'm gonna look down and there's gonna be a freaking head popped out looking at me. It's really uncomfortable when you're going pee. I feel like I can't pee all the way, that type of stuff. So that one's been really new since the last update. She's gotten a lot bigger and a lot lower. So Braxton Hicks, I've also started getting Braxton Hicks. I went into preterm labor with Olivia at 22 weeks. And was on bed rest from 22 weeks up until the day I had her. So whenever I get Braxton Hicks, I get really nervous. Mine can be really strong, so I've been getting those a lot lately where I kind of like have to stop and like take a breath for a few minutes because my stomach's really tight and hurts. I've been having a harder time falling asleep at night. Like there's some nights where I'm so tired I hit the pillow and I'm out, but there's been a couple of nights where I've just found like I have really bad insomnia. I can't sleep to save my life. There was one night last week I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning because I could not get to sleep. Nesting, I already talked about nesting. I am in full-blown nesting mode. I have been for like 10 weeks now. What else? Bad breath. Oh my god. I wake up in the mornings and my breath is awful. I partially think it's part of the prenatal that I'm taking. It was the one I was taking at the very beginning of my pregnancy that was making me super sick because it was giving me like this oniony flavor and it just like would not sit good in my stomach. It made me really nauseous. Pregnancy can give you bad breath anyway. Pregnancy brain is off the charts. Yesterday, Olivia was in our laundry room, which is downstairs, and I asked her to go downstairs and get something. We don't have a basement. We have an upstairs and a downstairs, and that's it. That's how pregnancy brain goes for me. It's bad. Like I can't talk. I can't think. If you say something to me and I'm trying to say something to you, half the words you just said to me, I will say back to you in whatever sentence I was trying to say. It's bad. Pregnancy brain is bad. Over the top senses, my smell has been off the charts. Like I can smell something from a freaking mile away. And acid reflux. I've been getting a lot of acid reflux lately. Baby's bigger, pushing up on your stomach, and your muscles in your esophagus and stuff are also a little bit more relaxed from all the hormones. So it can cause acid reflux, heartburn, that type of stuff. But I've been getting a lot of acid reflux. Baby girl. My handy coat is my handy coat. Water. I've been craving ice water still. I think I had mentioned that in one of my previous videos. Triple chocolate cheesecake. Oh my god. It is my weakness. It is delicious. It's just perfect. Josh and I need to find a recipe so we can make some at home because nowhere around where we live sells a big one. You can just get it in one slice at a time. I have hair in my face. There we go. Otherwise, food doesn't really sound good to me. Josh could list 1,000,002 things off. Josh could list 1,000,002 things off for dinner or lunch or breakfast or whatever, and I'm going to say no to all of them. That was her, I swear. That's the other thing. Gas has been a real symptom, but that one wasn't me. That was all her. So don't, I'm going to leave it in there because this is what I deal with when I try to vlog or do whatever. Okay, doctor's visit. So I did my glucose test at 27 weeks. I partially filmed afterwards. I was going to do a whole vlog about it, but I forgot to film while I was drinking it. And so anyway, I ended up passing with flying colors, which was great. 28 weeks, I had severe pain in my lower abdomen, like almost right where your ovary sits. And I was admitted into labor and delivery. I have videos on what happened with that. I will put it up in the cards above for you guys that are interested in seeing what ended up happening. I'm not going to go into detail. It'll get too long. But I was admitted at 28 weeks. And at the doctor's appointment I had at 27 weeks, we talked about my birth plan and what I wanted to do, which was so surreal. The midwife put notes in my chart and everything. And we've just been talking about it more and more every time I go back. Baby was also head down at 27 weeks. 29 weeks, I was admitted again into labor and delivery because I was having severe back pain up under my ribs on my right side. So again, that video will be up in the cards above. An ultrasound tech did come in at 29 weeks while I was admitted and did an ultrasound on the baby. Everything looked perfect with her. She was doing great. She was measuring 2 pounds, 11 ounces. So, and that's just a rough estimate. 29 weeks, I had a regular doctor's appointment and talked to them more about me having been in the hospital and what went on with that. My midwife started talking to me about me going into labor and how the last time I went into labor with Kinsley, they weren't timeable. Not all of them were like super severe, but they were actual contractions because I was dilating from them. She was talking to me about how if I start getting cramps, because my contractions with Kinsley were cramps. They weren't contractions. It was all in my lower belly. So she said if I start getting that way again and it starts feeling like it did with Kinsley, to come in for sure because it could be labor. My labor with Kinsley was very weird. It wasn't timeable. The contractions were like spiking off the chart painful, but I didn't feel them. And then I would have some that were like half chart painful and like I would feel them and they would be the worst pain ever. So they told me that if I start having constant pains or pains that feel like they did with Kinsley, to come in. Baby was still head down, and as of my last doctor's appointment, I was still under pre-pregnancy weight, so I haven't gained any weight. Some of the struggles I've had rolling over in bed the last week has been a complete struggle. Like my belly's so big now that I can't roll over with ease anymore. So I usually have to like use my legs and my arms, like throw myself over. And just regular baby updates. So baby updates, she's had lots of hiccups, and this has been going on since about 27 weeks. She's been having hiccups since before that, but it's way more noticeable now. Lots of hiccups, at least a half a dozen times a day. So she's super duper active. I have some videos of my belly, which I will insert now. Did you watch them? Good. Okay. So super active, like I said. Her favorite time to be active is around 9 to 11 p.m. You know, she's active during the day as well, but it's harder for me to notice when I'm up and moving around. I feel the little kicks and stuff, but I don't see quite as much of it as I do at night when I'm laying down. At 28 weeks when I had the ultrasound, they said that it looked like she had a little bit of hair already, but Josh and I are a little bit skeptical of that because Liv literally had enough hair for a teeny tiny little mohawk, and Kinsley only had a little bit of hair, but it was mostly in the back of her head. Kinsley had a mullet, so, and I was completely bald. Josh had hair when he was born, so we'll see if this baby ends up having hair. For some reason, when I picture her being born, I picture her having dark brown hair like Josh and I, so we'll see. She likes to lay mostly on my left side. I find that my left side is usually the side that's more hard. So her head's right here, and she like curls her body up and around in her legs because I get feet in my right side right under my ribs a lot. You'll just see my stomach and it'll start going boo 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 because she kicks so fast. So she does occasionally lay on my right side as well, but it's usually my left side. She likes to kick Daddy in the head. For a while there, she was getting really shy, and Josh would put his hand or something on my belly and she would kind of just stop. But now she's getting to the stage where if anybody touches my belly and she feels it, like, she'll kick you back. So she likes to kick Daddy in the head. She likes to kick Kinsley. She loves Kinsley's voice. Anytime Kinsley comes over and says, "Hi, baby," she goes absolutely insane. It's just ridiculous. We have another ultrasound next week. It's in 9 days. I'm so excited. We get to see her and see her little face. And we're just getting baby things set up. I've been working really hard on the nursery. We've just been going through everything 3, 4, 5 times. I'm getting ready to start packing our hospital bag, which I will share with you guys. There's just a lot of fun stuff happening. So yeah, that's my 27 to 31 week pregnancy update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do have an Instagram and a Twitter. The handles are down below in the description bar if you would like to go follow me there. And I will see you guys in my next video.